Welcome back to the Golden Locators NYC podcast. Thinking about moving to Brooklyn? Great choice.
We're here to give you the inside scoop, like a deep dive into what it's really like to live there.
So you want the real deal, huh? No sugarcoating.
Nope, just straight talk based on tons of research.
We're going to help you figure out if Brooklyn is really the right place for you.
That's the mission.
Awesome. Brooklyn is huge EE though, right?
You have no idea. It's like a city within a city.
Really?
Seriously. If Brooklyn were on its own, it would be the third largest city in the U.S. by population.
Wow, I did not know that.
70 square miles.
That's a lot to cover.
And a lot of different neighborhoods.
So many choices.
Each with its own distinct personality, its own flavor.
That's what makes Brooklyn so special, right?
Absolutely. It's incredibly diverse.
Speaking of diversity, Brooklyn is becoming a magnet for artists and performers.
Especially young, up-and-coming ones.
Why is that?
Well, Manhattan is getting super expensive, you know?
Yeah, tell me about it.
So Brooklyn is like the cool, affordable alternative.
With that creative energy in the air.
Exactly. Galleries popping up everywhere.
Live music spilling out of every cafe.
It's electric. Do you feel that vibe?
I'm starting to.
Yeah.
But how easy is it to actually get around in Brooklyn?
Surprisingly easy. Most neighborhoods have 247 subway access.
That's a game changer.
It is. Think of hubs like Barclay Center and J Street Metro Tech.
Okay.
They're like Grand Central, but for Brooklyn.
All the major subway lines converge there.
Exactly, making it super easy to get around.
What about driving?
Well, here's a shocker. Driving in Brooklyn is actually easier than in Manhattan.
Wait, seriously? Easier to find parking?
Sometimes way easier. Imagine finding street parking in like 10 minutes.
In New York City? No way.
In Brooklyn. Totally possible.
Wow. What about biking?
Tons of city bike stations everywhere and dedicated bike lanes.
That's good to know. Now let's talk safety. I know that's a big concern for anyone moving to a new city.
Absolutely. It's on everyone's mind.
So how safe is Brooklyn?
Okay, well, crime stats are slightly higher than in Manhattan, but violent crime is actually down.
That's reassuring.
Most incidents are nonviolent things, like vandalism.
Okay, that makes me feel better.
Plus, you have access to some of the best hospitals in the country right there.
Like what?
Branches of New York Presbyterian and NYU Langone.
So healthcare is top-notch.
Absolutely.
Good to know. Okay, enough with the serious stuff.
Time for the fun part.
Let's explore some of those amazing Brooklyn neighborhoods.
Ready for a whirlwind tour?
I am.
Each neighborhood has its own unique story to tell, its own personality.
So where do we start?
How about Crown Heights?
Okay, I've heard of that.
I mean, it's super vibrant and home to the annual West Indian Carnival.
Oh yeah? What's that?
Massive celebration of Caribbean culture.
That's fun.
Music, food, costume.
I love it.
If you're a foodie, put this on your list.
Noted. What's next?
Let's hop over to historic Flatbush.
Okay, what's there?
You'll find the King's Theater.
Is that the one that was recently renovated?
The one and only. It's stunning.
What kind of events do they have?
Everything from Broadway shows to concerts.
I love a good Broadway show.
It's like stepping back in time to the golden age of entertainment.
I'm sold.
Then there's Prospect Park.
Brooklyn's version of Central Park.
Exactly.
Tell me more.
585 acres.
Whoa, that's huge.
Meadows, forests, even a lake.
Right in the heart of Brooklyn.
The perfect escape from the city buzz.
I can already feel the stress melting away.
Speaking of escapes, imagine living in a charming Victorian home.
Oh, I love those.
In Kensington, a rarity in NYC.
Sign me up. Or how about Bed-Study?
Another corner.
I've seen it in so many movies.
It's iconic. Those brownstones
Gorgeous.
and the tree-lined streets.
Straight out of a movie set.
Exactly.
Okay, I need to see this in person.
You do.
Now, what about Williamsburg? I hear that's the trendy spot.
The epicenter of Brooklyn's art and music scene.
Cutting-edge galleries, live music venues.
For coolest coffee shops.
And don't forget DOBO.
Ah, yes, those views.
The breathtaking, right?
Of the Manhattan skyline. And the cobblestone streets.
So charming.
Lined with art galleries, tech startups.
And delicious eateries.
It's a whole vibe.
Definitely need to add that to my list.
And then there's Fort Greene.
Another historic spot.
With a beautiful park and charming brownstone.
And a rich history, I bet.
Dating back to the Revolutionary War.
Wow. Okay, what about Park Slope?
Ah, yes, Park Slope.
One of Brooklyn's most desirable neighborhoods.
Known for its brownstones, family-friendly vibe.
And the Brooklyn Conservatory of Music.
A true gem.
I can picture myself living there already.
And finally, we can't forget Coney Island.
A classic.
Home to the Wonder Wheel, Nathan's famous hot dogs,
In that boardwalk.
stretching for
The
miles.
taste of classic New York.
And that's just the beginning. There are so many other neighborhoods to discover.
And I bet Golden Locators NYC can help me find the perfect one.
Exactly. We're Brooklyn experts.
You know all the ins and outs.
We're passionate about helping you find the perfect neighborhood and the apartment.
One that fits my needs and lifestyle,
We take the time to get to know you.
so I can make my Brooklyn dream a reality.
Reach out to us for a personalized consultation.
Perfect. I'll do that. Now, let's talk about living like a true Brooklynite.
Ooh, I like where this is going. What does your ideal day in Brooklyn look like?
It's a good question. So many options.
Maybe catching an avant-garde performance at BAM,
Sam.
the Brooklyn Academy of Music,
Oh, right.
or strolling through Prospect Park,
I can picture it now.
stopping to smell the roses at the Brooklyn Botanical Garden,
It sounds lovely.
or maybe grabbing a bite from a local food truck in Diombo.
With those killer views
Exactly.
of the Manhattan skyline.
You got it.
And then exploring those quirky boutiques on Bedford Avenue in Williamsburg
Yeah.
and those cafes.
The best people watching.
It's all starting to come together.
And of course, cheering on the Brooklyn Nets at Barclays Center.
Oh, yeah. Gotta love a good basketball game.
So many ways to experience Brooklyn, right?
Seriously. This deep dive has been amazing.
Told you.
I'm learning so much.
We've only just scratched the surface, though.
There's more.
Oh, yeah.
Bring it on. Brooklyn has so many different neighborhoods.
Each with its own unique character.
It's like a world of its own.
Take Brownsville, for example.
Okay.
Tons of open public spaces,
Park.
parks, playgrounds, community gardens,
Perfect for families.
or anyone who loves nature.
I love that.
Now, if you're craving a bit of suburban life,
Within the city limits?
exactly.
Where would I go?
Canarsie,
Canarsie.
you'll find more detached houses, shopping centers.
And that laid-back vibe.
A world away from the hustle and bustle.
Sign me up.
East New York is fascinating, too.
How so?
It's like a mini city within itself.
Wow.
Different sub-neighborhoods, each with its own flavor.
I can only imagine.
Family-run restaurants.
Ooh, I love those.
Vibrant street art.
I'm getting hungry just thinking about it.
And then there's Bushwick,
Bushwick?
always evolving, pushing boundaries.
What's it known for?
Colorful street art, converted warehouses, art studios, performance venues.
That's good.
And a nightlife scene that's all about letting loose.
Sounds like my kind of place.
And express yourself.
Love it. Now, remind me again about Greenpoint.
Ah, yes, Greenpoint.
Up in North Brooklyn, right?
That's the one.
What's the vibe there?
Cool blend of old and new.
Give me an example.
Trendy cafes next to traditional Polish bakeries.
I'm intrigued.
And don't forget PS 34,
What's that?
the oldest running public school in NYC.
No way.
History galore.
I love it.
And of course, Brooklyn Heights,
Can't forget that one.
with its charming historic streets
I've seen pictures.
and those breathtaking views.
Of the Manhattan skyline?
Iconic.
What about Clinton Hill?
Another historic gem.
I'm sensing a theme here.
Beautiful brownstones.
I'm obsessed with those.
And a thriving arts scene.
Because of...
Pratt Institute.
Oh, right. The Art and Design School.
Exactly. Now let's head to downtown Brooklyn,
Downtown.
bustling business district.
That's what I pictured.
But it's also becoming a hot spot for new restaurants,
Oh, like that.
shops, residential buildings,
The best of both worlds.
city energy and convenience.
I'm sold.
Now, for a truly hidden gem,
I'm listening.
check out Vinegar Hill.
Vinegar Hill.
Tiny neighborhood.
Cobblestone streets.
You know,
And those restored 19th century houses.
like stepping back in time.
How charming.
And speaking of charm, Boerum Hill.
About it.
Relaxed, sophisticated vibe.
What else?
Tree-lined streets, cozy cafes,
I can see myself sipping a latte there right now.
and more brownstone.
Never too many,
Quiet residential feel.
but close to the action.
Exactly.
Love it.
Now, history buffs, gather round.
I'm ready.
Carroll Gardens,
What's the story there?
named after Charles Carroll,
Who's that?
the only Roman Catholic signer of the Declaration of Independence.
Wow.
The neighborhood itself is beautiful.
More brownstones.
Of course.
And tree-lined streets.
Perfect for strolling.
I'm sold.
Speaking of history, Cobble Hill.
Tell me more.
This is where George Washington and his troops
What did you do there?
made a strategic retreat during the Battle of Long Island.
Wow, history right outside your door.
Amazing, right? Now, let's head over to Red Hook.
I've heard of that.
Waterfront neighborhood,
What kind of vibe?
Industrial chic.
Art galleries and former warehouses.
You got it.
And the IKEA store.
A destination in itself.
Definitely.
Now, for those who prefer a more exclusive vibe,
I'm curious.
there's Bergen Beach,
What's so special about it?
one of the few gated communities in NYC,
Like a suburban oasis.
within the city limits.
Wow, that's unique.
If you love being near the water,
I do.
check out Sheepshead Bay,
Okay.
fresh seafood restaurants,
My mouth is watering already.
boats bobbing in the harbor,
Sounds peaceful.
relaxed, almost vacation-like.
I need a vacation.
Then there's Midwood,
What's it known for?
diverse shopping scene,
Like what?
trendy boutiques, international markets.
A shopper's paradise.
You got it. And for a quieter residential vibe,
With a touch of history.
check out Flatlands,
Flatlands.
charming Victorian homes,
Those are my favorite.
tree-lined streets, historical landmarks.
That's lovely.
And speaking of history, Gravesend,
Another historic neighborhood.
one of the original Dutch settlements in Brooklyn.
You can feel the history.
Every step you take.
I love that. Lastly, we have Bay Ridge.
Known for its waterfront park
Sounds beautiful.
and the American Veterans Memorial Pier,
I need to see that.
and Bensonhurst.
What's there?
Vibrant neighborhood.
What makes it so vibrant?
Large Hong Kong community.
I'm intrigued.
And its own little Italy,
No way.
with amazing Italian restaurants and bakeries.
Cannoli, here I come.
So much to explore.
I know, right?
And remember, Golden Locators NYC is here to help you navigate it all.
You're the Brooklyn expert.
We'll help you find the perfect place.
Whether it's a cozy studio,
Or a spacious loft with skyline views.
they'll make it happen.
Reach out for a personalized consultation.
I'm definitely going to do that. Wow, that was a whirlwind tour of neighborhoods.
Right. We've barely scratched the surface of what Brooklyn has to offer.
There's some more.
Oh yeah, Brooklyn keeps on giving.
Okay, I'm ready for round 3.
So we can't talk about Brooklyn without mentioning Borough Park.
Borough Park.
It's home to one of the largest Orthodox Jewish communities outside of Israel.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
It's got a rich cultural heritage and a strong sense of tradition.
I bet. And the food.
Don't even get me started on the food.
Tell me more.
Authentic kosher delis and bakeries, the real deal.
I'm drooling already.
Okay, what else? For something completely different, let's head to Diker Heights.
Tiger Heights. That name rings a bell.
Famous for its extravagant holiday decoration.
Oh, yeah. Now I remember the Christmas lights.
Entire blocks transformed into winter wonderland.
Like a scene out of a movie.
Lights, inflatable Santas, holiday cheer galore.
A must-see for sure.
Definitely. It's become a tradition for New Yorkers.
To make the pilgrimage to Diker Heights. Okay, what's next on our Brooklyn adventure?
How about Sunset Park?
Sunset Park.
Fascinating blend of history, industry, and green spaces.
Industry.
Yeah, that's where Industry City is.
Oh, yeah. I've heard of that.
It's become a hub for creative businesses and innovative companies.
Brooklyn's entrepreneurial spirit, right?
Exactly. It's got shops, restaurants, even art galleries.
All housed in those renovated industrial buildings.
They're beautiful.
I'm picturing exposed brick and high ceilings.
You got it.
What about green spaces?
Oh, just a short walk away, you'll find Greenwood Cemetery.
Greenwood Cemetery. I've heard that's really something special.
Oh, it is. One of the oldest and most beautiful cemeteries in the city.
Isn't it more like a park, though?
It is. Sprawling park with stunning architecture and a palpable sense of history.
A truly unique place.
It really is. Brooklyn has this amazing ability to blend the old and the new, the urban and the natural.
Creating those unexpected, captivating experiences.
Exactly.
This deep dive has been incredible. I'm seriously considering moving to Brooklyn now.
You should. It's an amazing place.
But finding an apartment in a borough this big,
Can feel
you
overwhelming.
telling me that's where Golden Locators NYC comes in, right?
That's right. We are the Brooklyn experts.
Passionate about helping people find the perfect neighborhood and the ideal apartment.
For their unique needs and lifestyle.
So you take the time to really understand what people are looking for.
Absolutely. Their priorities, their budget, their vision of the perfect Brooklyn home.
And you guide them through the whole process,
Every step of the way, from neighborhood selection to lease negotiation.
making sure they feel confident and empowered.
Exactly. We're like their trusted advisors.
Brooklyn apartment matchmakers.
That's a great way to put it.
So whether someone's dreaming of a cozy studio in a historic brownstone,
For a spacious loft with stunning city views.
Golden Locators NYC can help make their Brooklyn dream a reality.
Absolutely. Reach out to us for a personalized consultation.
We'll make sure to include all their contact info in the show notes.
We're excited to help everyone find their place in this incredible borough.
That's it for our Brooklyn Deep Dive. Thanks for joining us on the Golden Locators NYC podcast. We're dedicated to helping you find your dream apartment in New York City. Happy apartment hunting.